Welcome to the Easy Odds tips for day 10 of Euro 2016. I cannot believe we're at day 10. A couple of days ago, England beat Wales.
Didn't we?
2-1. It was the last minute. Sturridge. We've got a Welsh guy in the office. But on day 10, it's the hosts, and they're hosting Switzerland.
Yep.
What's the result? I mean, who are the favourites?
What's the result?
Tell me the result.
So Group A comes to its conclusion on Sunday. I can't believe that we've already reached this stage. It's absolutely flown by. Both matches kicking off simultaneously, but let's start with France v Switzerland, the better game on paper. Bookies have made France favourites to beat Switzerland, and I'm surprised actually that they've been made odds against. Best price 6-5.
That's madness.
They are yet to truly sizzle. I think France. They've been impressive in that they're winning games, especially winning games late on, which shows a real good camaraderie and all that, such as England.
Wait, hang on a sec. The stat. There's been 11 goals after 87 minutes.
And only 10 in the first half of games.
Can you
Absolutely incredible.
That is ridiculous.
As I was saying, France are yet to truly sizzle. They've been kind of just average, I'd say, but they're still 6 points on the board. First team to be through to the last 16 stage. And that's the reason that I'm pretty surprised that they're still available odds against 6-5 best price. Even if they do play a makeshift team, which is possible in this game, rest the likes of Payet and Pogba maybe. They're like better players, the players that they have relied on to get the points. Whereas Switzerland, they'll definitely finish in the top 3 in Group A. They're already on 4 points. But they will need to try and take something from this game to guarantee second spot. If they do lose this game, there's every chance that Romania could beat Albania and potentially go above them and finish second. And then it's a nervy wait to find out if they're one of the 4 best third place finishes. So I think that's a bit weird, guys, actually. Talking about that in office, weren't we, Jake, where you're going to have to kind of wait a few days to actually find out if you've qualified, if you finished third. So there'll be a few
to think about.
So there could be a few Switzerland or Romanian fans waiting around in France just to see if they're through, and then wait 4 days.
Oh, yeah, if you're there, that'd be horrible.
Oh, we're
so annoying. Pay a bit more money to stay in a hotel for like £600 a night.
That could be annoying. Whereas Switzerland, they have scored once in each game, and they've only conceded 1. So I can see this game being pretty tight, and if you fancy them to get an upset win up against a French team that could make a wholesale change to their team, then they're a best price 21-10, which I think is actually really, really too short. I'm not tempted by that price at all.
I don't understand the appeal of Switzerland. Like, why are they always so short and kind of near the top of the market for outright tournaments?
Switzerland 21-10 to beat France, and Austria 4-1 to beat Portugal. That doesn't seem right, does it?
No.
Those are the full-time result prices. But my recommended bet, I think, is going to be France to win. I'm imagining that this price won't hold out that long. So hopefully you're watching this fairly early after we posted it. I'm sure that by kick-off there'll be odds on to win this game. As I was saying, the probability is that the likes of Payet will be rested for this game because they're already guaranteed qualification. You don't want them being injured in a nothing game. France have now won 12 of the last 13 games. The 2-0 loss against England is the only blotch on their record. And who comes to Wembley and wins these days? But I can see them brushing Switzerland aside in Lille. The Swiss have only now won 2 of the last 6 games. In my eyes, they were very fortunate to beat Albania, even though Albania had 10 men. Even in the first half, I thought Albania were really unlucky not to win that game, or even get a point from that game. Sorry, and they were thumped 5-2 in the World Cup by France just 2 years ago, and I can see them losing up against France on home soil yet again here. So I think France to win at 6-5 is a really decent price.
I agree. Hopefully they don't rest too many players. They don't want to get there.
Yeah,
they don't want to lose.
And as I said, hopefully you get that price early on, because I don't think that price will last.
Probably go off 10 to 11, I reckon.
Yeah.
Next up, slightly less, not as good a game.
Albania versus... It's a more interesting game, I think.
But a much more interesting game. Albania versus Romania.
Yeah, it's almost like a knockout game already.
Yeah.
The person who loses this game is definitely out. If they both draw, they're
much more exciting.
And if they draw, they're probably both out. So, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with this match. Bookies make Romania slight favourite, 6-5, best price here, to win in Lyon. They've got a point on the board already after a hard-fought 1-1 draw against Switzerland. And they would have had 2 points on the board if it wasn't for that last-minute absolute crackerjack from Dimitri Payet. I think Romania have been one of the better teams to actually watch at the tournament. I've been really impressed with them. They came into the tournament known as one of those defensively sound teams that will probably just sit back and not really attack.
Yeah.
And that's because they had the best defence in qualifying, so people had every right to think that they're just going to try and sit back and keep a clean sheet. But they have failed to keep a clean sheet, but they have scored in both games, which is a surprise to many. Granted, both of their goals have been from the penalty spot, but they've managed to have 16 shots in 2 games, and they've hardly been defensive throughout. I wouldn't call them a defensive team even.
No.
In either of the 2 games, I would actually say that they went out to try and get something from the game. Albania, on the other hand, have been their own worst enemies against Switzerland. They were easily the better team, but they shot themselves in the foot getting that red card, and then let a soft goal in from a set play, and then dominated the game and missed so many chances. I actually had both teams to score in that game, and I was willing to get the ball in, and they missed so many chances. It was really annoying.
Painful.
But they followed that up with a late loss to France. And they looked for all the world that they were going to get a point against France, didn't they? And then managed to concede 2 goals after what was it, the 89th minute, something crazy like that. But neither performance has been particularly poor in my view. They've got really good technical ability, they've got excellent work rate, and the only thing lacking is their quality in the final third. Yeah. If they had a decent striker, I think they'd be an actually decent team.
What's the best Albanian striker that has ever been?
Gashi. Just because of his name.
Oh dear. That is a good name.
But yeah, if you do fancy Albania to turn it around, finally score their first goal and maybe win the game, that's the best price, 5-2.
Okay, so you're pretty positive about both teams there.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to the game, but believe it or not.
Oh. So, what's your recommended bet?
Yeah, I actually think backing Albania draw no bet is a better value bet than backing Romania to win the game at 65. Okay. So Albania draw no bet is a slightly better price as well, so 6-4 rather than the 65 on a Romania win, and that also means that you get kind of almost a double chance in that you'll get your stake returned for a draw. So you're not getting anything for the draw, but you're not losing anything.
No.
So it's not as good as a double chance bet in terms of what you get back, but the price is slightly worse because of it.
Yeah.
But that means that you've got the safety net, so that's all good. I think it's going to be a very tough, tight game. Neither side are particularly used to winning matches, and there's such a lot riding on it. It's such a little to choose between the 2 teams. Albania, in my opinion, can come themselves very unlucky to be on 0 points, whilst Romania have also been impressive without looking totally amazing. Yeah. In terms of the betting value, Romania at 65 to me is way less appealing than the Albania 6-4 draw no bet. Romania have won just 3 of the last 13 games, so backing them to win any game is a bit of a stretch for me.
Bit of a risk.
Yes, Albania have lost 4 of the last 6 games, but I've seen enough about them to back them not to lose on Sunday. They've got every chance of possibly, if it's enough, 3 points. Granted, it may not be enough, but they've got every chance of reaching the last 16 with a win here. Mm-hmm. And as it's their first ever main tournament, that is such a what's the word that I'm looking for? Such a positive point for them and they'll be going out gung ho to win this game. They have to win the game to have any chance, so they're going to be the team that are pushing forward for it. And I just fancy them. Lorik Sana is back, their captain. He got sent off in that really stupid way in the opening game, but he's back from suspension for this. He's their most experienced player, so he'll be key if he doesn't get sent off again. Albania, I just really think that both sides that know that only a win gives them a hope of getting that third place possibility, and it should be an exciting game. And Albania 6-4 draw no bet just gives me way more positives than Romania to win the game itself.
I like that. I like that. Sticking up for Albania.
Sticking up for Albania.
And Romania.
And Romania.
But more Albania. So, your first tip, France to win.
Yeah, France to beat Switzerland in their match on a Sunday at 8 o'clock.
And then
Albania, draw no bet, so they could still not score a goal and we'll still get our money back.
That's fine. And that's fine.
And that's fine.
At the end of the day.
So yeah, Albania draw no bet, so 6-4, and France to win at 6-5, which is crazy that they're almost the same price.
That's quite a nice double as well.
Yeah, so make sure that you get in nice and early and get those nice juicy prices.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that then.
That's that.
Day 10 done.
And that's Group A done.
That's Group A done.
See you
Over.
later. See you later, Group A.
See you later forever.
So thanks very much for watching. I've been Ross Casey. Make sure that you check out the Euro 2016 app to get my latest tips, best odds offers as well from our bookmakers. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel by clicking on the little Easy Odds watermark at the bottom of the screen, not just to get my football tips, but also Jake Jones's horse racing tips, which have been on fire recently.
Going well.
Specifically in Royal Ascot, where you tell the boys and girls just how well you're doing there.
Really well. I can't think of how many winners I've had. I think I've had 10 now. 8 or 9.
Big price winners
18 to 1, 10 to 1, 9 to 1.
And
Pretty good.
if you subscribe to our channel, then you'll be getting Jake's weekly horse racing tips straight into your YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
please press that subscribe button and spread the word about easyodds.com because we want you to.
No other reason.
Thanks very much for watching. I'm Ross Casey and this is Jake Jones.
Bye.